What up, YouTube? Timu's here. Now, here is my throwback segment where I talk about the films that turns 10 and 20 this week. Alright, the films turning 10, we got the 2011 movie, The Roommate. Now, The Roommate stars Minka Kelly from, who's of course on the show Titans. She played this girl named Sarah, who is this young design student from Ohio, who arrives for college in LA, and she is eager to fit in and get to know the big city. But her wealthy roommate named Rebecca, played by Leighton Meester, from Gossip Girl fame, is more eager to take Sarah under her wing, and they become two close friends. But Sarah begins to branch out and make more friends on campus, so Rebecca becomes along, and so of course Rebecca pretty much tries to I guess say it's a bit like Single White Females, where she's like Leighton Meester's character is very obsessed with the Sarah character. That aside, The Roommate, it did not really get great reviews. How much? Let me see. Wait. I think it got like a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. I could be wrong there. Let me see. The Roommate movie. Yeah, it has a 3% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is disappointing because The Roommate is not as bad as they made it out to be. I thought it was pretty creepy. Leighton Meester was terrifying here. You also had some other interesting cast lists, like you had Kem Gajante, Billy Zane, Matt Lanter, Ali Malaka, you had Francis Fisher, Nina Dobrev. It was a much better movie than people made it out to be. Leighton Meester gave a really creepy performance here. Minka Kelly was pretty good. The movie was much better than critics made it out to be. So, anyway. Also turning 10, we got the not-so-great movie Sanctum. Now, here's what it's about. Though the South Pacific's Alsa caves are some of the least accessible on Earth, expert diver Frank McGuire, played by Richard Roxburgh, has explored them all. On one explanation, Frank is also joined by his teenage son Josh, played by Josh Wakefield, and financier Carl Hurley, played by Ian Griffith from Fantastic Four fame. And so when Flash Flood cuts off their exit, they are caught in a life or death situation. So I mean, this had a bit of, this movie sort of reminded me of The Abyss in a way. Sad to say, Sanctum was not that good of a film. I mean, I thought it was a tad bit poor film. It has 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I'm not the only one who didn't like it. I mean, I literally saw both this and The Roommate in theaters when they got released, and frankly, I kind of prefer The Roommate. I mean, it was directed by Alistair Garrison, who also directed he just directed this horror film called Bloody Hell, which was a much better film. But yeah, Sanctum, the effects wasn't all that great. The performances wasn't all that great. So yeah, not that good of a film. Alright. Films turning 20. We got just in time for Valentine's Day. We got the horror movie Valentine. Not to be confused with My Bloody Valentine, totally different film. Now this, now of course, here you got best friends Kate, Paige, Dorothy, Lily, and Shelley, who are all played by Molly Shelton from Scream 4 fame, Denise Richards, Jessica Capshaw, Jessica Caulfield, and Katherine Heigl. Who are these women looking for a relationship for Valentine's Day? And so they're pretty much targeted by this killer who ended up getting bullied when he was like a kid, and so he ends up getting a little older now, so he's seeking revenge. He literally has a baby a baby face as a mask, similar to that recent Happy Death Day movie with the baby face mask. Anyway, Valentine did not really get great reviews, but that movie is really cool. The characters are likable and all that. I mean, what they did to the poor kid was really was horrible right there. But I thought it was really cool. I mean, I gotta say, some of those people really got what came to them. Katherine Heigl, when you think of Katherine Heigl, obviously you think of Grey's Anatomy. You think, of course, she has that new show, Firefly Lane. But she has done the horror genre before. You know, she did Bride of Chucky, then she did this. So it was nice to see it was pretty cool to see Catherine Hollywood do horror films before she done, light horror films like Knocked Up or Grey's Anatomy and all that. But yeah, Valentine is a much better film than people may actually be. I mean, if you guys haven't really seen it, I'm not really sure where you can find it. You probably find it on somewhere online, but Valentine is really cool. Alright. We also got The Invisible Circus, where Phoebe, played by Jordana Brewster from Fast and Furious fame, who ends up finding out that her sister Faith, played by Cameron Diaz, has committed suicide in Portugal. So she is this. So Brewster, of course, is this 18-year-old hippie who decides to uproot her, from San Francisco home to travel to Europe, and so she hopes to discover the experience of life that led to her sister's death by retracing her footsteps, which leads her to Wood, played by Christopher Atkinson, who is Faith's boyfriend, and Journey's and her journey, is a series of visions of Faith's, pushes her mind to the brink. The Invisible Circus, a pretty decent film. Jordana Brewster, of course, she did this before Fast and Furious fame kicked in. Invisible Circus was pretty decent. Cameron Diaz was pretty good. I thought Jordana Brewster gave a really solid performance here. Really decent little film. It does not really get talked about a whole lot, but I thought it was pretty good. You also had, it was directed by Adam Brooks. You also had Patrick Bergin, Camilla Bell. You had Blythe Danner. Really good film that doesn't get talked about a whole lot. Alright, last but not least, we got two films that are not so good. We got Head Over Heels, the Freddie Prinze Jr. and Monica Potter classic. That movie sucked. Oh, God, that was not so funny. I like Freddie Prinze Jr., but sometimes he had some questionable film roles. And we also had Left Behind, which of course is this faith-based, airplane movie that starred Kirk Cameron, based on a book. They did do a Nicolas Cage actually did do a film. Actually also did a film of it. But the Nick Cage movie, while that movie isn't good either, it was a tad bit better than Kirk Cameron one. So yeah, this movie is not so great at all. If you haven't seen it, you don't need to see it. Kirk Cameron, he is, of course, a Christian belief guy, and some of his Christian movies, maybe except for Fireproof, but mostly Christian movies are not so good. Kirk Cameron, he has not really had a great career since Growing Pains, alright, so, yeah. Come on, he wants to save Christmas, for Christ's sake. Alright, that's pretty much it. Let me leave with you guys. Which of these films stand out to you the most? The 10-year one, I'm probably going to say The Roommate. I know that's going to get lots of, popular opinions, but I really got kicked out of The Roommate. And for the 10 years, for the 20 years one, also unpopular opinion, but I'm going to say Valentine. I really used to watch Valentine so much, before, and I really got kicked out of it. Anyway, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Movie signing out.